Welcome back, Year 8. We're moving on to a new poem today, still looking at poems from other cultures. Your Do Now task is on the board. So 3 questions to answer. What presents do you like to receive as gifts? What presents do you not like to receive as gifts? And do your relatives sometimes give you presents which are odd? Pause the video and make some notes on those now. Okay, how did you do? I know that my kids never liked to get clothes as presents when they were younger, but as they got older they did. And I don't know about odd presents really. No, I don't think mine do. But I guess like the Weasleys lit jumpers in Harry Potter, don't they? That's a little bit weird. Okay, so we're looking at a poem called Presents from My Aunts in Pakistan, which is by the writer Moniza Alvi. Moniza Alvi. So, let's talk about clothes for a minute. How important are clothes to you? Do you care about the latest fashion? My son does. He obsesses. Everything's got to be designer, this, that and the other, and tries to spend money we can't afford on things that he doesn't need. But me, I'm not hugely bothered actually. I'm not fussed really. Do you like to keep up with the latest fashion? What are your favourite clothes and why? Consider how you feel about uniforms you're forced to wear. Have you ever been expected to wear clothes you found embarrassing? And if your aunt/relative sent you some clothes as a present, would you wear them? Okay, and finally, note any words you know that describe Muslim clothes. Now, this is something that I don't really want you to write loads and loads about. It would be better if there's somebody at home that you can just talk these questions through with. Okay, so just have a think about your answers and use these questions to start a conversation. Okay, and that hopefully will help you sort of dig a bit deeper into these questions and really think about things. So pause the video and do that now if you can. Okay, good. So, these are women in Pakistan, and the purpose of this is so that you've got a visual picture of what sort of clothes they wear. And we're going to go through some of those words as we look at the poem. Okay, so lots of colour, lots of headscarves, things like that. Okay, so, where is Pakistan? Can you locate it? And if you can't, can you have a guess where you think it might be? Do you think it's European? Do you think it's in Africa? Where do you think Pakistan is? Okay, hopefully you've picked somewhere. So let me show you the answer. Okay, so it's right at the top there on India. Okay, it's part of India. Near enough. Or at least it used to be, which is what we're going to look at now. Okay, so what do you know about Pakistan? Is there anything you know about Pakistan? You might, for example, know that they have a cricket team. Okay, other than that, I probably wouldn't know a huge amount more. So pause this video if you do know stuff about Pakistan and write it down. If you don't know anything at all, just keep watching. So here are some facts then about Pakistan. It was created in 1947. So that's not really all that old. That's around about the age that my dad, well, it's around about the time my dad was born. So it's not, hundreds and hundreds of years old. When the British Empire left India, it divided up the land between the Muslims and the Hindus in an event known as partition. Okay? Most people in Pakistan are Muslim, whereas most people in India are Hindu. Okay? Pakistan and India have been at war with each other since that partition happened. The capital city is Islamabad. Pakistan lies in the mountains. Imran Khan, a cricketer that you might have heard of if you follow cricket, is from Pakistan. The national currency is the Pakistan rupee. And Lahore is the second largest city in Pakistan. So some facts and figures there about Pakistan. You can feel free at this point to pause the video some more and go and do some more research. Find out about life there. When you're ready, move on. So some questions here for you to answer. You've got the answers are the little words on the screen. And what you need to do is choose which one goes in which box. Okay, so pause the video and do that now. Okay, so let's talk it through. So question 1. When was Pakistan created? 1947. Number 2, the national currency of Pakistan is the rupee. The capital is Islamabad. Most people are Muslim, and partition is what it was called when the land was divided between Muslims and Hindus. And actually India is massive, and Pakistan's quite small at the top. So they're not even equal pieces of land. It was partitioned into. I know that some of the conflict between Pakistan and India has been about controlling water from nearby rivers and things like that, and looking at irrigation of the land so they can grow crops. So here are some pictures that you can see to give you a bit of a contrast between India and England. And Pakistan's architecture is very similar to India's because they were once all part of the same thing, weren't they? Another one here, you can see how busy and crowded those streets are. I wonder if that's still the same now we've got COVID. That building is a temple in Pakistan. I don't know where in England that is, but it's like it's a seaside resort, isn't it? I wonder if it's Skeg Vegas or somewhere like that, because I can see a roller coaster and the pier going out into the sea. Okay, so the poet then, Moniza Alvi. She was born in Lahore, the second biggest city in Pakistan, but came to England when she was a young child. Her father is from Pakistan, her mother is English. This poem could be considered as autobiographical, as it's about a young girl now living in England who was born in Pakistan. The young girl feels confused as she does not seem British or Pakistani, and she doesn't know where she belongs. And there's a quote there from the poem of no fixed nationality. So, again, there are some questions here. You can use the information on that previous slide to fill in that piece of writing there. So copy it out and insert in the gaps. Okay? And that is it for our lesson today. I'll see you next time.